And welcome once again to another episode of BJ and Coffee. That's Bill up there. I'm Jim, and yes, I'm still drinking our non-sponsored Death Wish coffee. Bill's cheaping out today. You got it
Well,
there,
I'm
but you aren't
cheaping.
drinking
Wait. I'm cheaping out. I'm cheaping out, but I'm still supporting it with their box.
it. You're grabbing him by the box.
But I'm drinking Pepsi.
I'm sorry. Honestly, though, if I had a choice between Pepsi and Coke and nothing else, I would choose Pepsi. I'll be honest about that.
Well, only because I've been out busting my ass all day doing the lawn with the wife, and at this point, I really don't want to drink coffee.
Were you cutting her bush today?
No.
Well, anyway, let me start out with housekeeping. We can be found on Facebook at facebook.com/BJ and Coffee. We are on Twitter at coffee_BJ, and you can find us on, you can email us at bjandcoffee@gmail.com. There we go. I knew it was there somewhere. It's been a long fucking week.
Since the last 2 weeks, you can also now find us on YouTube.
Oh, yes, we're on YouTube now. So, yeah, find us there. I am linking the YouTube videos through Facebook because until we get a lot bigger on YouTube, I won't have a unique URL to put out there. And yes, the dogs are here too.
Mine is upstairs, probably sleeping or biting his new bone that we got him today.
He's playing with his bone.
And not that kind of bone.
It's an innuendo.
But I'm sure he does. Yeah, but he licks that too.
Yeah, you know what? Don't be jealous.
A shout out real fast. It's the 76th anniversary for D-Day. So real fast, I just want to shout out to all of our veterans from World War II. Thank you for fighting for us and fighting for our freedoms. You're amazing, and we support you guys.
Mm-hmm. Amen to that. And actually, the thing is, everybody that's out there protesting today needs to thank them too, because if it wasn't for them fighting for that freedom, y'all wouldn't be able to do that. It wasn't all that long ago that somebody tried to protest in China and Tiananmen Square and got a tank drove over them. Just saying.
How about the fact that right now China's got protesters there, and did you hear that they're using actually dye to actually mark their protesters?
Yeah, so they can go arrest them later.
It's kind of funny.
People don't realize how good they
blue and red dye. It's blue and red dye. Blue, yeah. I guess, is for peaceful, and red is for people that they're thinking are going to cause riots.
Maybe that's got some potential here.
I guess you can mark them. Democrat and Republican that way, couldn't you?
I just need to go get my paintball gun, I guess.
So we had to go to Home Depot today. The wife and I did, and we're walking into Home Depot, right? And this guy sitting there and goes, "Hey, how's it going? Can I help you with anything?" And of course, you don't get that when you walk into Home Depot ever.
I always do.
It depends, like right at the door.
Yeah, there's usually somebody sitting.
Never. This is the first time.
You just don't go at the right time. If you go early or late, you don't get that. But midday, that's when you get it.
Well, I went actually early.
For you,
I guess. No, I was up at 9. So
yeah, for you.
I'm not used to that. Like
they open at 7, Bill. Actually, I think they open at 6.
They open at 6 on Sundays. Yes.
Yeah.
I'm not used to getting that when I walk into Home Depot.
Yeah,
so I was like,
"Put your fucking mask on, asshole!"
Like, oh, what the hell was that? So I turned around, and this guy goes, "Hey, can I help you with anything?" And I'm like, "No, I'm just here to, grab a few things that I gotta have, to, do the yard and shit." And he's like, he goes, "We got these red bulbs we're selling right now, a whole tray of them. They're red LED bulbs for 4th of July." And I'm looking, I'm like, "But it says $6 for one bulb." He goes, "No," he goes, "You can have the whole tray for $5." I got 10 bulbs for $5. I was like, yes. So I just put one on my freaking front porch and now it lights up red.
So you should have gotten blue. Then you could have blue balls for $5.
They didn't have any blue. They only had red.
Never mind. You missed it.
No, I got it. I was ignoring it.
Well, if you got it, then you wouldn't have blue balls now, would you? Has
You
everybody
never know.
watched? Has everybody watched somebody toss something down the stairs behind you when you leaned over?
That's the wife. I believe she's throwing clothes at me. I think she's trying to tell me she wants me to do laundry or something.
Well,
On a podcast, motherfucker. I know. But I gotta say, this has been one stressful fucking week.
Oh Jesus! Don't even get me started. Don't even get me started. All this protest bullshit. Okay, let me actually. I'm going to clear the air on this real quick. We're going to start out with this because I'm going to just get some shit going here. And I'm going to.
You're gonna get me all fired up, aren't you?
I'm gonna say it up front. I will hold the unpopular opinion today, and I'm okay with that because I've really put a lot of thought and research.
Don't take it into race. Don't take it into races, please.
Actually, I'm going to take it in the entirely opposite direction. Now, we've been, obviously with my wife having a small business, we've been pretty stressed on what's going on because of all the looting and destroying of small businesses. I mean, it was last weekend, yes, but all week because we keep hearing about it's supposedly going to happen again this weekend. We're kind of stressing over that. And, stocking up on things like defense weaponry, defense stuff. Yeah, stuff to defend the shop with. Let's just say if somebody tries looting, they're not going to be happy with the response they receive.
What you get? Anyway,
I'm not sharing that live.
God damn it. You're going to tell me afterwards.
Nothing illegal, but...
Well, I didn't think it was going to be. Wait a minute. Did you buy a gun? Because I'll tell you right now, I called every single fucking gun shop I can think of that I Googled, and everybody was out of everything.
No. Well, no. However, I did talk to somebody and found out that because they've suspended all licensing right now, theoretically, you could purchase a firearm on the black market or not so legal market, and they can't really prosecute you because you're exercising your Second Amendment rights when they're attempting to restrict them. But I'm not going to try going down that road. I'm just saying.
Oh yeah, please don't.
But so
that's a mess.
Yeah, I've been doing a lot of reading on everything that's going on. I mean, tons of reading. I spent.
We live in New York State, the worst fucking gun control in fucking America.
Oh, yeah. I've been doing a lot of reading, and I've been just trying to educate myself as to what's going on, and get a real solid grasp on this whole situation. What it comes down to is, first of all, this is not a race issue, not at all. And people are going to say, "Oh, well, white cop, black victim." No, there was 4 cops there. There was a white cop, an Asian cop, an Hispanic cop, and a black cop. There was 4 different races worth of cops there. It was, if you look at the picture, it's like a goddamn diversity poster. So it's not a race issue. An taking that out right now. And on top of that, well, let me come back to that for a second. What it really is it is an issue with, we need to revamp police training and evaluations to work on eliminating the bad apples from the group and allow the good police, who
Absolutely.
I know a lot of law enforcement officers. I know a lot of great people who are police officers. They're just amazing people that want nothing more than to go out, make their community a little bit safer, a little bit better, help people out, and go home at the end of their shift. That's all they want. But so that being said, I said we got to find a way to improve our training and evaluations to allow them to do their job, get rid of the guys who shouldn't be there, and boom, we should be happy.
Exactly.
It's not a race thing. And here's the thing. The whole, quote, Black Lives Matter is racist, period. And I'll tell you why. Because every time you use that term, you are now segregating a group of people by their skin tone. And every time you use that, you are passively passively promulgating subconscious racism. So you're just keeping it going. When you use a term like all lives matter or human lives matter, then you're actually getting away from the racist thing. Here's the thing: when you take race out, and here's the other thing: when you take race out of it, suddenly the media doesn't have anything to sell. There's no clickbait anymore when they take race out of it. That's why you see a race issue, because the media wants you to, not because there is an actual race issue.
And the thing is they're not even protesting for what it is they should be protesting for. You should be protesting for police brutality.
Yeah, instead they want everything else.
Instead,
And
they want everything else.
they is a general term referring to all protesters, just to be clear on that.
Okay. And Black Lives Matter came out the last few days. Jim, I'm going to go there real fast. I'm sorry. Okay. Because, I've been watching what it is that they're fucking protesting about. I've talked to you several times about this.
Yep.
Okay. But you've been on the same page with me on this. Okay. And the first thing that I didn't tell you was actually a couple of days ago, I actually watched CNN,
I'm
the
sorry.
world's fakest fucking news. I know. I was
I don't
part
know.
of it. There was nothing fucking. Oh,
They're all
wait a minute,
fake.
hold on, wait a minute. Hold
They're
on,
all
hold on, wait a
fake.
minute. Hold on. They took away fucking my wife's and I's favorite show, fucking Live PD. I had nothing else to watch.
Yeah, well, that and Cops are both off the air because of police brutality, which, when we get down to it, is truly the core of the issue. So I can't find a way to.
I get that why they took it off. I do. That I agree with. But real fast, getting back to this whole protest with Black Lives Matter, real fast.
Yep.
Okay, is first thing on CNN was they actually had the actual Black Lives Matter how or not country leaders or world leaders, whatever the fuck they are.
Yep.
Okay, for their group. And the one lady literally speaks up and goes, "Well, we protest because white people don't listen to us." Wait a minute here. I thought you guys were protesting because of fucking race issues here. You're the fucking biggest racist by saying that on national television.
Exactly. Once you segregate people by the color of their skin, you are a racist, period. There's no way around that. It doesn't matter what you're trying to. No, once you say anything to do with skin tone, you're a racist, period. Just, unless somebody says, what did the person look like? And you're describing a person, you're a racist.
So then, I watched a live video from a week ago from this Saturday, because we're actually recording on a Saturday because I got a birthday party tomorrow.
Yep.
So anyways, I watched the live video of the whole protest here in our little area that's been going on here just before they started the whole rioting here and looting here. And this girl speaks up and goes, "Well, we're protesting because we want better housing, better wages in our jobs, and we want this, we want this." Wait a minute here. If you want better housing, better wages in your jobs, you know what? Get up off your ass, go take some college courses.
Not even. You don't even have to take
don't even have to do college courses. Educate yourself.
Go to BOCES even, because you know what? Here's
exactly.
You can go to places like BOCES, places like even the EOC downtown. There's a million places you can go to take classes.
There's a bunch of trades.
Everything that you could. I don't have a college degree. I openly admit that. I became an EMT, and I'll tell you what, I loved it, and I made a living doing it for 24 years.
But if you want to better yourself and you want better housing, then that's something you have to do as a person yourself, not ask government to fucking change for you.
Exactly. And actually, if you look at our Facebook page, I did share a video there of a former police officer who said almost the exact same thing that I've been saying all week. And it's like, and I don't care what color you are, who you love, where you come from, what invisible person in the sky you believe in. It's the same thing no matter what. And I tell people that, I said, here's the thing. The way I look at the world, it doesn't matter. None of that shit matters, because when I had somebody in the back of my ambulance, if they were having a medical issue or trauma or anything like that, the treatment protocols did not change based on the color of their skin, who they believed in, or what their gender orientation, identity, or any of that shit. None of that mattered. Not a fucking thing. Everybody bleeds red. Everybody's got the same fucking organs in the same fucking places most of the time. There are exceptions to that rule, but that's a medical thing. But it doesn't change the treatment protocols. And that's the thing. People don't get it. It's like, we are all the same. The only thing that changes is what we look like on the outside. And honestly, I can change how I look on the outside by going tanning and shaving my beard. So really, it doesn't make a fucking bit of difference. And that's what just bugs me, is that everybody wants, race. No, the media wants you to think race because the media sells their clicks that way. It's fucking clickbait. That's all it is.
So I got two more things that they're actually protesting for.
Go for it.
They got like a whole list. The second thing that they, or third thing I could say, is they want to take police officers out of the public schools.
Uh,
And
okay,
wrong.
okay. Here's the thing. Follow me on this. Now, actually, I got to say this year's been pretty good. We haven't dealt with any like major school shootings or anything. But if you take, okay, the last one we had, and I'm trying to remember when it was. It was a while ago. I don't have it written down because I didn't know we were going there on this today. But I remember
This
that.
is my rant. Sorry, I should have probably warned you.
Well, no, that's fine. This is, we do it open script, man. It's how it rolls. But here's the thing. When the last school shooting happened here locally, we did not have officers in our school at the time because the funding had gone away. Everybody, oh my God, why don't we have police in the schools? We need police in the schools to protect our children. Oh my God, our kids are in danger. Now you want to take them out of the school. The next time a school fucking shooting happens, if they take them out of the school, I'm going to be like, y'all motherfuckers said you didn't want the police in the schools, so there's nobody there to defend your kids, so go fuck yourselves. Sorry. That's my
exactly, exactly. Because I agree with you 100%. You take the police out of the schools, and then guess what's going to happen?
But here's the other thing. Here's the other thing to that, though. I want to throw a second note to that. Locally, because when my son was in the high school here, they had a school resource officer, and I will tell you something. That school resource officer is also somebody that's there to help these kids see what policing is actually about, to build the relationships with these kids so they understand the cops aren't the boogeyman. The cops aren't the bad guys all the time. Once in a while, yes, like I said, there's bad apples. We get that. But for the most part, they're not the bad guys. They're the ones that are there to help when there's a problem. And that's part of what the school resource officers are there for, to educate.
Exactly. And the last thing is this is something that pisses both of us off, because you know damn well that if they do this, you can kiss everything fucking that police do fucking totally goodbye. You can actually consider that this fucking country will be an anarchy, because there'll be no fucking laws. There'll be no cops to enforce laws, because who's going to want to work for fucking free? The last part of protesting is they want to defund police departments across the country. Wake up, America.
All I have to say to that, hang on. Oh, I wish I had known that was coming. I would have pulled this up and queued it ahead of time.
Happy Hunger Games, and may the odds be ever in your favor.
Happy Hunger Games, and may the odds be ever in your favor, motherfucker. Because it's going to be
not just that, but
cross
remember
between.
The movie?
What's that?
Remember the movie? What is it? The Purge.
Yeah, I was going to say, because it's going to be a cross between the Hunger Games and the fucking Purge. And let me tell you, my motherfucking ass can shoot like you can't believe. I may not be a gun nut, but I will become one. And let me tell you, I will show my fucking marksmanship, because I can shoot like a motherfucker. I don't know why. Actually, I do know why. Because it has to do with my great uncle. It's in the genes. He was a well-known marshal and gunslinger in the old Wild West.
It's really sad, because like they don't know what they're even protesting for. They're and the other thing that's really sad about this is they're asking for donations and they're receiving millions of fucking dollars for what?
Now, here's the other thing I'm going to say about this is a situation where it's about a police training and evaluation issue, period. Why are we bringing it? Number one, like we said, you want better housing, get a better job. You want a better job, get better skills. I've said that back when they had Fight for 15. Okay, I'm getting heated now. I don't have the AC on. That's probably why. It's too fucking noisy. But anyway, I'm going to go back to Fight for 15, because I was still working and I was a critical care tech at the time, which is one step below paramedic in New York State. And I made. And
they're still fighting for fucking 15 though.
Well,
and you know that.
Yeah. Here's the thing. I would administer narcotics, save lives, drugs, the works, everything. There was like a couple of narcs and pediatric shit was the only real, and it's very boiled down, simplified. Yes, I know. But that was the main difference between what I did and what a paramedic does.
Absolutely.
Super simplified, but just to get the idea across. We walked in, my partner and I walk into McDonald's locally in Syracuse. Well, yeah, in the Syracuse area. I'm not going to specify exactly where because it doesn't matter. And they're out there carrying their signs, fight for 15, fight. And they walk in, dude, you guys should join us, fight for 15. I looked at him, I said, motherfucker, you get paid to flip fucking burgers. I'm out here saving fucking lives, getting paid to administer narcotics and shit, and I make $12.50 a fucking hour. Don't tell me why you deserve $15 an hour while I'm making $12.50 an hour. I deserve.
Okay, well, let's look at that whole scenario real fast. Okay, working at McDonald's, and we've said this before. I believe we said this before on the podcast. Is McDonald's, Burger King, Taco Bell is supposed to be an entry level job
Yes.
for like a high school student, college student,
people looking for extra income.
Shit, maybe even a retiree that wants to just make an extra few dollars.
I'll be honest, and here's the thing. Back in the day, I part-timed at Burger King. I worked in Burger King in high school. When I graduated, after I got out of high school, I was working. Before I really started working as an EMT, I had a job, got laid off because the place closed, and was still part-timing at another Burger King, and they offered me full-time. And they offered, at the time, I think minimum wage, I forget what it was, but I was offered a substantial amount more than minimum at the time because I had skills that they wanted to utilize. I did the full maintenance, the restaurant maintenance side.
Yeah.
And that was not a bad deal. I made a livable wage at that point. Now, here's the thing. I've never sat still. I always work to better myself because there's always something better out there. And how the fuck do I end every fucking podcast, every fucking video I do on my other stuff is all you got to do is make a few changes and you can do amazing shit. That's the key right there is you, the individual, have to make the changes in your life and then you can do amazing shit and do better. And there's nobody keeping you down. You are the only one keeping you down. And I say this having watched for years, generational welfare, people that have no reason not to get out there and make themselves better, except for the fact that somebody's made it, they've set it up. The system has been set up to make it where it's tough for somebody to get out from welfare once you're in it. But it's still possible. It is still fucking possible. Look at, Chief Buckner, Syracuse Police Department. He grew up in I forget which state. He grew up in the ghetto. I'm going to say it in quotes just because the ghetto, in a low income, low social, like basically bottom of the barrel area. Didn't have it all growing up. The man is a chief of fucking police here in a decent sized city in the US now. Why? Not because somebody handed him shit. Did he get bonus points on the original civil service exam? Probably. But you know what? The fact that he went from basic patrol officer, he is now a fucking chief of police. As a man of color, that says that it is not impossible to do. And because we're talking about the police, that actually works in well. But and like I said, it's possible, people. All you got to do is got to have the fucking want to do more. You got to have the want to have more. You got to have that hunger. You can't just be like, somebody needs to pay me more. No, you got to do it yourself. Nobody's going to there's no free lunch. You got to go out and get it yourself. You got to make your fucking food and then you have your lunch. There is no free lunch.
I'm the same way. I'm a commercial driver, as you know. Okay.
Yep.
I started out driving school bus, fucking for independent contract companies.
Yep.
First starting out at fucking minimum wage. Imagine driving a bus at fucking minimum wage. Now I'm driving a fucking straight truck, and freaking making a damn good, decent wage.
It's June, so are you sure it's not a gay truck?
Yeah, no.
Actually, quick shout out. Happy Pride Month to everybody. And like I said before, it doesn't matter who you love, just that you love and are loved. That is all that matters these days. So
I got one more rant real fast.
Go for it.
After that, I do have a story that I do want to read, and I'm going to actually share the story on my Facebook or on the BJ and Coffee page.
Yep.
Because it really goes into what we were just bitching about, or ranting about, I should say. He is a police officer out in Massachusetts. So I'm going to do that story in a few minutes, but after this one rant, okay?
Go for it.
The NFL.
Wait, say it one more time. You broke up.
I'm sure everyone. The NFL.
Yes.
Yes. Had put a statement out asking people what they thought of kneeling for the national anthem. Kneeling for the national anthem. And not standing with your hand over your fucking heart like you're supposed to. Now, it gets a little deeper because actually quarterback Drew Brees from the Saints had went out and said that he goes, I don't agree with anyone who wants to sit and or kneel for the national anthem. He goes, it's disrespectful to our soldiers and to all of our military personnel and even all the people who have died in fighting for our freedoms. Totally agree with him 110%. I'm with you. Then he goes on that he has to fucking apologize for what he said because he was being attacked by LeBron James and fucking dickwad fucking Colin Kaepernick.
Yeah.
People, stop being a fucking bitch and stand for the fucking national anthem. Because it's not about police brutality. It's about our country.
Here's what I'm going to say about that. If you have an issue with something, there's a time and a place. And I agree that the national anthem, the Pledge of Allegiance, those are neither the time nor the place for that. Because that's not about police brutality. It's not about race issues. It's not about any of that. That's about respecting the people that wrote a blank check up to and including their lives to this fucking country to give you the freedom to play a fucking kids game and get paid stupid money for it. That gave you the freedom to walk around like you own the fucking place when you haven't got the fucking skills of a goddamn fifth grader when it comes to education. You know,
do the Zen, buddy. Do the Zen.
Yes, do the Zen. Because
that's the whole thing is it to me when the national anthem's played, okay, and you're standing there and you're looking at the flag, your hands over your freaking heart. You know, I have 4 generations of family members that have been in the fucking army, dude.
Yeah.
Okay. Right? My grandfather fought in D-Day.
Mm-hmm.
Served under General George Patton. It's a great accomplishment if you served underneath him. Probably one of the greatest fucking generals in American history.
Yes.
You know, but that's the thing. Now, if you go back and look at the history books, okay,
yep.
Pearl Harbor, okay, when all the gunners were fucking killed on one ship, who got on a fucking gun turret and shot down a bunch of fucking Japanese fucking planes?
Who?
Black man.
Yes. Oh, yes, because they specifically made sure that was included in the movie Pearl Harbor. I remember it was Cuba Gooding Jr. played the part.
Yes.
Sorry.
And not just that, no, that's fine. I agree with you on that one. Okay. He's also the first ever black man to receive the highest medals of honor in the United States Navy. He was a cook. Now let's go back a little bit more into that of World War II. The Red Wings. You know what that was?
Yep. Tuskegee Airmen.
The all African American fighter pilots.
Yep.
Who fought and protect our bombers going into Germany. Why they do it? Because they wanted freedom. But yet we're worried about standing for freaking Lisa. They wanted the freedom, which they fought for.
And here's the other thing, and I want to go back real quick to the bringing yourself up, because back in the early 1900s, Madam C.J. Walker, who was born Sarah Breedlove, she was an American entrepreneur, philanthropist, and political and social activist, and was the first female self-made millionaire in America, period. Regardless of race, regardless of every goddamn thing. She was the first woman to make more than $1 million as an entrepreneur in this fucking country. And that was back in the early 1900s. So I'm sorry. That was back when Jim Crow was still a thing, when segregation was still a thing, when there really was hardcore racism still. When it was, you had to sit you couldn't go into the same entrance as white people in a fucking diner. And she made a fucking $1 million and then some. So there is no excuse.
You couldn't even get on the bus back in, what was it, the 60s, I think it was, or 50s?
Well, this was
on a bus unless you sat in the back of the bus.
She died in 1919, so this was before buses even.
Yeah, this was even before buses. But I'm over the trying to make the kneeling for our national anthem a fucking thing to say it's protesting police brutality. It's not. People, wake up.
Here's the thing. That flag stands for people like Madam Walker. That flag stands for people who had the freedom to make their own way and to be the first female millionaire. I mean, hello.
The flag's about unity. Unity.
Well, that's just
something this country right now is fucking not even seeing with Black Lives Matter's protest. It's unity.
Exactly.
It's what fucking Black Lives Matter is falling apart from.
And and once again, I'm going to put it out there. Every time they say Black Lives Matter, that is encouraging and promulgating passive racism.
Absolutely.
It is. I mean, you're separating people by their skin color, not me. I say human lives matter, but that's me. White privilege. Fuck the white privilege. I'm waiting for my fucking white privilege to show up. It hasn't shown up yet. I'm fucking waiting. I would love to see some fucking white privilege. Let me tell you. No, let me.
My manager and I got this conversation the other day. We were outside and he goes, you know what? He looks at me and he goes, when's it our turn?
Yeah. Here, let me explain a little something to you about white fucking privilege. White fucking privilege doesn't exist. White fucking privilege. Now, rich white privilege, that shit exists. I do not have that, obviously, because I am not rich. Because, God, what was it? 12 years ago, give or take? We had moved.
You lost the lottery by one number.
We had moved, and a sheriff's deputy failed to properly serve paperwork as far as a child support hearing I had. So I had no idea. Now I did everything I was supposed to, updated the child support people with my address. I followed the rules because you know what? My son was like my world, and I always made sure I didn't do anything that could fuck that up. So I missed the hearing because they literally, and it's in the court documents that they served it to the wrong motherfucker in the wrong fucking apartment. Period. So
which has happened because it's happened to me.
Yeah. And now here's the thing. So I get pulled over one night. We're running to the store to go get some, food and such. I get pulled the fuck over, pulled out of my car, thrown in handcuffs and tossed in the back of a police car with no fucking explanation whatsoever. And my car was impounded for no fucking reason. They're all because, and they couldn't even tell me why. Oh, you have a warrant out. For what? What? I have a right to know what I'm being arrested for because you have a warrant. That is not a fucking reason. So there is no fucking white privilege. There is rich white privilege, but there is no fucking white privilege. I am calling straight up bullshit shenanigans on that.
Well, I agree with you because look at my wife and I were arrested a little over a year and a half ago.
Yeah.
Over bullshit charges.
Over charges that didn't actually exist.
Exactly.
So there is no fucking white privilege. There is rich white privilege because the rich white privilege is what was behind that. White privilege doesn't exist, though.
No.
Actually, it's not even rich white privilege. It's just rich privilege, period. There's not even a race thing there. It's just fucking rich privilege.
It really isn't.
If you got money, you can do whatever the fuck you want and get away with it, period.
Exactly.
I just want the money. Then I can be good. I mean, I'm not gonna be an asshole about it, but shit, give me the money so I can try playing that rich privilege and see what happens.
Well, I'm going to calm this down actually in a little bit because now I'm going to read the story now.
Okay, go for it.
So this John Rinn from Massachusetts is a police officer. Like I said, I'm going to share this actually because this is on his page.
Yep.
This is what he says. He goes, So I'm sitting in my cruiser typing a report, and this woman just comes up to me and asks me if she could talk to me for a second. I said, absolutely. And I got out of my cruiser and spoke with her. The very first thing she said was, she told me, my life matters to her.
That's awesome.
Yeah, exactly. The very first thing, Minister, she told me that she doesn't see me as a white cop. She sees me as a human, and that we are all human, and that we are all the same. All lives matter. She then asked me if she could hug me, which I accepted. I told her that her life mattered to me as well, and we continued to chat for about 20 minutes about all that is going on in this world. And during those 20 minutes, it wasn't a cop or a citizen or a cop and a black citizen talking. It was just two humans having a conversation. Before she left, she gave me a small Bible and told me that she would be praying for me. We need more people in the world like this woman.
Yeah, we do.
I'm going to grant you, this was a black woman and a white cop.
Yep.
And just for shits and giggles, I'll even show you the picture that he actually posted. Hopefully everybody can see that.
Yep. Bless you.
And I will put this on our page so that way everybody can see it. And I'm going to actually put on their hashtag all lives matter.
Human lives matter.
Human lives matter. Actually, that was a good one, Jim.
Yep. And I'm going to take it one step further into good news because I really need some good news right now. Onondaga County Executive Ryan McMahon is confident that Central New York will soon be able to move to the next phase of the state's restart plan. Quote, as we move toward phase 3, there is nothing holding us back right now. The healthcare numbers are all solid. It seems we've turned a corner here. So next Friday will mark 2 weeks since CNY began phase 2 of the reopening plan. The rollout was chaotic, go figure, with Cuomo announcing a last-minute review of local virus data by a group of experts, but the end result was positive. The region and several others began phase 2 more or less on schedule. The state had said previously that regions would pause at least 2 weeks between restart phases to see how the virus responded to the increased activity. That means Central New York will be eligible to enter phase 3 next Friday, which is, God, I don't even know what the hell did. Today's the 6th. So 5th, so the 12th. June 12th, we can start phase 3, which means the 26th, we could technically start phase 4, which means all your nail salons and mani-pedi places and waxing can reopen.
Monday, this Monday, New York State's camping registration opens back up.
Wait a second, we gotta do that right.
Monday. New York State camping registration reopens.
Monday. Somebody will hear that someday and I'll actually get to be an announcer for shows.
Yeah, that'd be nice, wouldn't it?
I'm working on my skills. I'm improving myself. Oh my goodness. Oh.
I'm trying to find a news article that doesn't contain to Black Lives Matter protesting.
Well, actually, I do have one for any of our local people here. Honestly, I'm going to share this one to our page as well, because what a lot of people don't realize, there's a small group locally called ACR Health. Now, back in the day, and I'm sure I remember when they first opened, it was 1984. It was originally set up by the late Governor Mario Cuomo, dipshit's father, in 1984 during the AIDS crisis. It was called AIDS
Community Dipshit Junior?
Yeah, it was called, at the time, it was called AIDS Community Resources. Over the years, I had the privilege to volunteer, work as a volunteer with them when I had the time. And just an amazing, amazing group of people. At the time, working with, I mean, even when I first became an EMT, okay, let me give a little backstory here. When I first became an EMT, back in 1990, we still didn't really understand what AIDS was or how HIV worked. And when I worked on the ambulance in New York City, we only put gloves on for skeevy homeless people and flaming homosexuals. It sounds horrendous. It sounds bad, but skeevy homeless people, if you're dirty or you want gloves. Flaming homosexuals, we figured had to have AIDS. So even the thought
Well,
of
that was, you know, even though flaming homosexual sounds horrible, that was actually the term they used back then.
and I say there's a reason I say it like that, because that's at the time that's how it was viewed. And I'm not saying that with any negativity, just merely as a description of what we were told.
And that's why I was putting that out there, because
Yeah.
I didn't want someone to sit there and be like, well, that's kind of fucking racist or something like that, against us, because they did use that term back then with AIDS.
And if somebody was blatantly gay, yes, we put gloves on because we were afraid of AIDS. And it was a big thing back then. But as we learn more about it, and I like I said, I had the very distinct privilege of volunteering with them here and there back in the day. And just like I said, an amazing group of people. And as time has progressed and we've learned more about HIV and AIDS and learned to get it under control, and it's not the death sentence it once was. And anybody that wonders about that, watch Philadelphia, the Tom Hanks movie. Phenomenal movie about HIV/AIDS. But the ACR Health, which is what it is now, which actually it's evolved to do more. I'm trying to find where they get into what they actually cover here. Oh, nope, too far. Scroll down too far. They do diaper distribution, food delivery, food pantry, rental assistance programs for people that are immunocompromised, homeless, people that are homeless or at risk of homelessness. It's basically for anybody that, they also do a lot of work with LGBTQ youth, because a lot of people don't realize a lot of these kids that when they come out, a lot of them lose their whole family over it. Not like they used to, but still there's a lot of them. And it kills me to see this, because as a parent, my son is probably as straight as the next guy, but, if he ever came out and said, Dad, I'm gay, I don't care. You're still my kid. That nothing changes that. And to see people that be like, oh, you're not my kid, then that fucking kills me, man. That fucking destroys me when I see that happen. But they are severely out of money right now, to the point where they're at risk of laying off the majority of their employees right now, because the state owes them currently more than $1 million. The money's owed for contract, which provides health-related services in 9 counties, and they're an essential service. They've been working right along. They haven't been able to pay rental subsidies for people who are HIV positive this month. And it's, let's see. Now they serve, here we go. They serve individuals with HIV, Hep C, sexually transmitted infections, substance abuse disorders, and other chronic medical conditions. Provides help, or it also helps people enroll in government or state exchange health plans, runs program from LGBTQ and runaway youth, works with former inmates, and conducts prevention programs, including a syringe exchange. Federal and state money is still coming in for a few of the programs, they said, but it's not enough to operate the whole agency on. They say they didn't have the exact numbers, but the 80 to 90% of the agency's funding comes from the New York State Department of Health. And right now they're hurting. There's a lot of at-risk people out there, people who are on the edge of society, that really are going to be hurting even worse because of this. So they are a nonprofit, and if you or your company, or for people listening, if you or a business you work for, or people that have a business that are able to reach out to them and help out at all, I would highly recommend it. It's just an amazing group of people that does some really amazing work, and they're struggling right now financially because of the whole COVID thing. And the fact that Cuomo's holding up money because he doesn't want to pay out till the feds pay him. And that's just messing with people's lives, which I don't agree with. So yeah, they're, you know, like I said, it's ACR Health is the group. You can find them. They're on Facebook. They're on the interwebs. They're all over the place. But I am actually going to share this. Hell, how do I share this? There it is. I think I hit the right button. Share on a page you manage. Yay. If anyone is looking for a group that desperately needs assistance, this is it right here. At ACR Health.
Well, I guess my club's still not meeting for dinner now until July 9th. God damn it.
Okay, that is on our page now. Or will be in a minute. It's posting. So, okay, that is shared to our page. So anybody can find it there. Like I said, just a great group of people that really could use the help. And if anybody can help them out, you know, please.
Yeah, I mean that's a great thing. I mean, because if you can help people out and and help a community out that's in need like that because they're not getting the state funding that they're supposed to get. Again, that's homo fucking people over, because
and like I said too, it's not just a local nonprofit group. They're throughout most of Central and Mohawk Valley area. I mean, it's not just Syracuse, and they just do so much for so many people.
Exactly. I mean, it's a shame to see the funding isn't there right now. You know, excuse me, and hopefully that they can get the funding somewhere.
Yes. I mean, even if they can get enough to get by until the state can catch up. I mean, just to help these people out who have nothing.
If the state ever catches up, I mean,
dude, I'm glad we got the Zoom worked out because honestly, the more I see of this state, the more I'm thinking, fuck it, it's not worth it. I'm just ready to go.
I'm at the same point because it's just it's getting horrible in New York. New York is just.
Morgan says hi to everybody.
Yeah.
Yes, I told you the dogs are here.
Mine is too. He is upstairs. I'm sure probably laying around somewhere, probably wondering where I'm at. Or he's probably up there playing with. Well, I don't hear him running around, so I know he's not playing. I'm telling you, he's got to come over and play with. He's got to come over and play with Harley. I guarantee they'd have a good time.
This is Morgan. Merlin's laying down over there.
Oh, sorry. I get them both of them mixed up all the time.
Most people do. We've had them for 11 years since they were born, so I can pick them out. Dude, I can pick them out in a dark room.
I mean, I probably could too if I was probably if I had them for that long. But like,
yes, you're a good girl. I love you.
Of course, the thing is, damn well though they come around me and they're gonna be up my ass the whole goddamn time.
Yeah, because they never get any attention at home. They often keyboard.
We first started this in the carport. I didn't get a fucking time to even smoke because they were both on my lap.
Okay, take a break. Go lay down. Let Daddy finish the podcast. Good girl. And people wonder why most days I put more stock in dogs than people.
You ain't the only one. Of course, if Harley keeps eating fucking shoes, he's probably gonna end up fucking having no teeth left.
Well, what you have to do is get him to put down the shoe in exchange for a treat. Then he learns that. Well, actually, no, never mind. That's rewarding him for chewing. Never mind. Forget.
Actually, no. What I did today was I had to go to Walmart real fast, so I got one of those bones that's got like peanut butter in it. He hasn't touched a fucking single shoe since.
Take an old pair of sneakers that nobody wants, cover them in hot sauce, and leave them out. He won't do it again. I speak from experience. Our golden unfortunately he's no longer with us, but our golden retriever used to like chewing on shoes until I put an old pair out with hot sauce on it. He never touched another shoe. it works, you know, and it doesn't injure them. It just is a bad taste in their mouth.
Well, before we got Harley, we had the two cats.
Yep.
So our two cats were always, we'd order wings, and so they would get up on the fucking counter and try to get a wing. Well, Juju learned real fast because Lisa one day decided to order like really hot, spicy wings for her and Jake.
Yep.
And he got into one of the hot, spicy wings. Yeah, he doesn't go for the wings anymore. It was kind of funny to see his mouth look because he was sitting there and he was going.
Say, fuck, that's hot.
See,
I can't do anything about it.
Fuck, that was hot.
Let's see. Just trying to see if there's anything else going on that we should talk about here. Well, France says its army killed Al Qaeda's North Africa chief. I don't know. That's
Is
all
that a good thing?
I guess so. I don't know who. I've lost track of who the bad guys are anymore, as far as that goes. To be quite honest with you, I'm eight kinds of confused with that.
I don't think anybody knows who the bad guys is anymore in Africa.
Well, that's a general term.
And it's not, and I'm not being racist on that. I'm just saying because there's been so much fucking
Africa / North Africa, Middle East. I mean, because what's his face? God, what was his name? Libya there. Gaddafi. That was North Africa, but then it kind of transitions over. You go east and it becomes Egypt, and then the Middle East there.
I always wanted to go to Egypt.
I want to go see the pyramids, no lie.
Me too. But I kind of want to go see King Tut's tomb.
You might as well just go to whatever the hell museum he's in now. It's emptied out and everything's in a museum.
Yeah, but I still want to see the tomb, though. That's the
thing. The curse of the mummy.
The curse of the mummy. Yeah.
Curse of the mummy. Oh my God. Brandon Fraser.
That's the thing. Like, I'm all into that. Like, I'm all into that. Like, crazy mummy fucking history of it and shit like that.
You got mummy issues, don't you?
Yeah, well, I don't talk about it very much because it hurts.
You just keep it all wrapped up, don't you?
I unwrap it every once in a while just to make sure it's aging properly.
Oh my God. Oh God. We went there.
I think that went a little too far.
Okay. I'm actually going to do one last commentary piece here. High school seniors are getting fucked. Straight up fucked.
It's not even high school seniors. You got to think college seniors too, bud.
Right. Everybody that was supposed to graduate this year got fucked. Now, I came up with a really brilliant idea this week. Now, this is more for high school than college because college graduation has technically passed already. We're on to high school graduations now.
Wait a minute. Wait. You came up with this idea when I tagged you into a fucking debate that I was in. Is that when you got that idea?
I've had this idea since last weekend.
Okay.
I've just been playing with it, coming up with the best way to present it.
I'm not even going to get into the debate that I tagged you in because that just pissed me the fuck off. That guy was totally fucking wrong, and he was fucking racist as fuck.
Yes. And
I hope the fuck he sees this video real fast because you're an idiot.
So
not you, Jim, the guy I was dealing with.
I know who you meant. So we can't have high school graduations right now.
Nope.
Not in the traditional sense, but we can file a permit for a protest. So all of these high schools need to go, especially in the Syracuse area, you go downtown, you file for a protest permit, the 2020 graduation protest. Now you take your senior class, all their family and friends, everybody that wants to be at their graduation, and you march through fucking downtown. And when you get to the main area you're marching through, the principal, everybody's lined up appropriately when they get there, and the principal or whoever else is handing out the diplomas is standing there. They go marching by. As they go marching by, they got somebody with a bullhorn announcing their name and get handed their fucking diploma. And motherfuckers, you got a graduation that you will never forget. And chances are that graduation will be on TV and the internet forever.
I still love the idea.
Am I wrong?
The funny thing was, is Lisa goes to me today. She goes, because the kids got, I don't know if you saw the video or not. I don't remember if we posted it or not. I can't remember.
I haven't been on Facebook much today because people are just pissing me off.
I don't think we posted it yet. The kids got electric scooters this weekend. Their father bought them both electric scooters. So Lisa had this brilliant idea. She goes, "Hey, let's see if we can get the road blocked off so that way we can the kids can just ride up and down the fucking street on the electric scooters." I said, "I got a great idea." I said, "We'll go down and get a permit for a fucking protest for electric scooters."
Oh my God.
And we need we need our street blocked off so the kids can ride up and down it.
Oh my God, that's awesome.
It's an idea, right?
Why not? Why not? But I mean, seriously though, for all these high school kids, and I said, here's the thing, and you probably saw my other video that I did where I talked about, you know, my commentary and shout out to the class of 2020, as I talked about. Here's the thing: is that when I graduated high school, my class had a first in 1990. Our high school had built a brand new auditorium, and they wanted to show this off and have our graduation in there. The problem was, now mind you, my high school graduating class was 72 people, not a big school, but we were only going to be allowed, I think, 3 tickets per student for family and friends to be there. Excuse me. And being as I come from a farm country school, that didn't work for a lot of people. So we actually fought to have our graduation on the front lawn of the school, so we could have everybody we wanted there. And I think it was only a couple of years ago where they actually moved inside, and that was only because of the weather. And so, I mean, we were the first though to do that, and it was fantastic. So my commentary is that class of 2020, whether it is college, high school, middle school, elementary school, kindergarten, what the fuck ever you're graduating from, you're doing it first. And you know what? More power to you, because this is something you will carry with you forever. So enterprising seniors, go file a protest permit and have your fucking graduation in downtown Syracuse and have your names read off as you walk by the principal, whoever, and get your diploma. Because they can't tell you can't do it that way, because protests are allowed. And you're protesting not being able to have your graduation the way you want it.
I would join that protest in a heartbeat.
I would just go stand there and clap for them all. I'd be down with that. I'd be standing there on the side. Yeah, I'm socially distant. I'm good. I got a mask, whatever. I'm clapping. Y'all are doing it great, you know?
Okay, so
and you can even have your valedictorian and salutatorian speeches at the protest. You know, it's all there. It all comes together. It all works.
You can have your speeches at the protest.
Exactly.
Real fast, getting back to what we were talking about earlier in the podcast, about, you know, getting better jobs and stuff like that. Found a perfect example of this right now. Actually, Gibson Express right now is Gibson Express bulk division out of Baldwinsville, New York, is looking to hire both CDL A and B drivers to haul blacktop. Gibson need qualified drivers to fill the 2018, 2019, and 2020 Western Star 2700 dump trucks. We also have open seats for our Trout River mini flow trucks and our tractor trailer flow boys. We locally haul blacktop as well as salt during winter months. Drivers should be able to keep accordance and legible daily logs, must have valid CDL, must be able to pass a company required fitness test and a pre-employment drug screening, as well as a DOT law and regulations. If you have interested, please check out the link below and put in your application. So you go to www.gibsonexpress.com bulk division. Great way to start a career in being a CDL driver and make actually some halfway decent money.
Mm-hmm.
And you might be able to afford better housing that way.
Exactly.
Sorry, had to go there real fast.
Oh,
It popped up on a feed, so I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna go with it. Fuck it.
no, nothing wrong with that. Oh, there we go. Had to get my lumbar pad in the right place here.
Lumbar.
Yeah. Lower back, Bill. Lower back.
That's what she said.
Well, hey, if I'm hitting the lower back, I'm doing something right.
That's what they all say.
That's what she said.
No, see, if I'm breaking the headboard, I'm doing something right.
That's what she said.
When I bring that up.
Good thing she's not down there with you right now.
No, because I'd probably get slapped.
Yep. Well, I think we pretty much covered everything we need to cover today. You got anything else there? Because I'm scrolling through and it's all protests and looting. So.
Oh my God. No, one of my friends posted on Facebook a picture. He goes the original. Posted it on like some freaking the original diversity uncensored site.
Yep.
And he puts on here. He goes, her mom will be so proud of her, and it's this white woman protesting at the Black Lives Matter, holding a sign that says, "I only suck black dick."
Whatever works for her. I don't judge.
I'm like, okay. I don't think that's what they meant by protesting.
Me neither, but
I don't think you're there to hook up on a date.
Well,
or
you
a
never
rub
know.
or rub and tug at that point.
She is an entrepreneur looking, grabbing onto a market opportunity. Literally.
Literally.
Oh my God.
With her mouth.
I can't right now.
I'm not even gonna show the picture because that's just fucked up.
But anyway, so well, thank you for listening and or watching. Again, we're sorry, dog hair. I had to blow out a freaking husky today. Let me tell you, that was a mess. Let me pulling husky hair out of my freaking ass for a week. That sounded wrong, but let me tell you, it gets everywhere.
It's better than glitter. You can ask my stepkid's dad about that one.
True. I will take dog hair over glitter any day of the week. But so
everyone knows my stepkids love to play pranks.
True. Thank you guys for listening and or watching. We appreciate it. And
absolutely.
We'll be back again next week. You can find us on all of your favorite podcast outlets. If you hear us on one and you can't find us on another one that you like, let us know. Email us, let us know, and I will look into getting us on that platform for you. Like I always say, though, everybody has the potential.
I think we're on all of them now, though.
I think we're pretty well covered out there. We're pretty well distributed. Like I always say, though, I got to go back to this is everybody has the potential to do amazing things. Sometimes you got to take a good look at your life, find out what you need to change, get out of your own damn way, make those changes and make your life better and do those amazing things. Sorry, I got a tooth going bad, so I'm trying to work with that right now. So make those changes. Take this time we've got right now, make those changes, live your best life and do amazing things because you know what? We've got faith in you. You can do it. We have faith in you.
Absolutely.
We will catch you guys all next week. Until then, Bill.
Have a great week.
Lordy. One of these days. Catch you all next time.